Friends, in today's video, we're going to tell you about a business in China that has started to change the lives of poor people there. This is donkey farming, which is now bringing not thousands, but millions of dollars every month to China. And the interesting part is that when this business was discussed, former US President Donald Trump made a comment that made China's President Xi Jinping furious. So, let's dive into this surprising business model. Now let's talk about the part of donkey farming in China that has shocked the world. You won't believe it, but a donkey is not valuable only for its meat or milk. Every part of its body is as good as gold. Large farms in China supply hundreds of tons of donkey meat to the market every year. This meat is not only used in local cuisine, but is also exported to many countries, bringing millions of dollars into China's economy. Now let's come to the milk. You may be surprised to know that donkey milk is considered one of the most expensive milks in the world. That's why Chinese farms produce thousands of liters of it every year. It is sold directly and also used in cosmetics and medicines. Big Chinese companies add this milk into face creams, soaps, and skincare products, earning many times more profit. Even the donkey's skin is not wasted. Collagen and gelatin from the hide are sent to processing factories where they are turned into high-value food supplements and medicines. In this way, a single donkey becomes a source of profit not just for farmers, but for the entire industry. This model has transformed poor farmers in rural China into wealthy people. Those who once struggled to survive are now earning millions. That's why donkey farming is being called China's golden business, and it's attracting global attention. On Chinese farms, the care of donkeys is handled with proper scientific methods. Young donkeys are first fed easily digestible food, such as cornmeal and straw, to strengthen their digestive systems. They are also given mineral salt licks that provide essential nutrients, stimulate saliva production for better digestion, and even clean their teeth naturally. Farmers make sure every day that the donkey's diet is balanced so they gain weight properly and remain healthy. That's why donkeys raised in China not only give more milk, but also produce high-quality meat, which gives farmers huge profits. Alongside donkey farming, China pays special attention to transporting these animals. Ordinary vehicles are not suitable, so China has designed special trucks. These trucks have non-slip floors, high side railings, and complete ventilation systems. The purpose is to prevent injuries and ensure the animals can breathe comfortably during travel. But trucks alone are not enough. At every stage of transport, veterinary doctors and technicians are present to make sure the animals remain comfortable and are moved according to international standards. That's why China's donkey farming industry has become an example for the world, not only in production, but also in animal welfare. This professional system makes the business safe and sustainable, giving farmers more chances to earn profit. Now let's talk about donkey hides, which are nothing less than a treasure for Chinese farms. First, the hides are soaked and washed in clean water to remove dirt and germs. Then they are either air-dried naturally or dehydrated in special temperature-controlled rooms so that the collagen fibers inside remain intact. This collagen is later turned into gelatin, which is like gold for China's medical and cosmetics industries. But this is exactly the stage that also shook world politics. Former US President Donald Trump once sarcastically said, "Now China will get rich by selling donkey hides and milk." His remark made Xi Jinping extremely angry. From that point on, China accelerated the growth of this business to prove to the world that even a simple hide can turn into a billion-dollar industry. If you think donkey farming is limited to meat and hides, you're mistaken. The real profit comes from donkey milk. Modern Chinese dairy farms used advanced technology to collect and process this milk. First, the milk is collected with clean machines to avoid contamination. Then it is kept at controlled temperatures so its nutrition isn't lost. After that, a special process turns the milk into curd, which takes about 30 to 60 minutes. The curd is then cut into small pieces, stirred, and heated to 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. Through this process, the curd forms into strands, which is the stage that gives it a unique texture and makes it into a special cheese that people around the world love to buy. In Chinese cosmetics industry, donkey milk is in high demand. It is added into face creams, beauty soaps, and skincare products and sold at many times more the price. The amazing thing is that this business has brought a revolution to China's rural population. Farmers who once lived in poverty are now earning millions thanks to donkey milk. That's why donkey milk is now called liquid gold. And China has proven that with effort and a proper system, even the milk of a common animal can surprise the global market. Now let's talk about donkey meat, which is not only seen in China as a nutritious food, but also as the base of many unique dishes. Most people don't know much about donkey meat, but in reality it is rich in protein, low in fat, and very healthy. That's why its demand is rising every day in China. In major Chinese cities, dishes made from donkey meat have become a restaurant specialty. The most famous is herb-infused braised donkey meat. To prepare this dish, the meat is cleaned thoroughly, then slow-cooked for hours to keep its natural flavor and tenderness. After that, spices and herbs are added, such as fennel, cinnamon, Sichuan pepper, ginger, garlic, and Shaoxing wine. Together, these ingredients give the dish the signature aroma and taste of Eastern cuisine. Donkey meat is not only used in braised dishes, but also in soups, kebabs, and even with noodles. In some regions, donkey meat dishes are considered a symbol of hospitality. That's why this industry is growing every day. For farmers, donkey meat has become a gold mine. The same animal that brings profit from milk and hides also increases income through meat. This model has amazed the world by showing how an ordinary animal can turn into a multi-billion-dollar industry. China's donkey farming has shown the world that even a common animal can become the foundation of a billion-dollar industry. Donkey meat, milk, and hides are all being used in such a professional way that farmers are becoming wealthier every day. This business model is now giving new strength to China's economy, and rural areas that once lived in poverty are now full of prosperity. But when this business became famous worldwide, former US President Donald Trump mocked it by saying, "Now China will get rich by selling donkey hides and milk." His words were meant as a joke, but China turned it into reality. Xi Jinping pushed this industry forward with full force and proved to the world that this is not a joke, but a serious business model. Friends, this is the real lesson. With hard work, strategy, and determination, even small things can turn into great success. And China is the biggest example of this. Goodbye.